So if you asked a ballet person what time signature is a rag in, they would probably say it's in 2/4. And if you asked a musician who knew nothing about ballet what time signature is a rag in, they could give you a lot of different answers. I think most of them would say 4/4, and then a lot of them would say 2/2. This gets a bit complicated now. I think in ballet class we can think of it as being in 2/4, and they all sound the same anyway. The differences aren't differences you can hear, they're only differences you can see in the way the music's written down. So it's all counted in the same way, so it's counted a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6 and a 7 and a 8. So the rag has a particular rhythm in the melody, it's got a particular accent, and it's on the kind of the quaver or the half after the second count. So it sounds like, but that's not something you need to worry about as a dancer or as a dance teacher, because that's something that the musician does, and it's kind of like the tune is in there. But really, one way of thinking about it is in dance, we kind of dance to the left hand, and the left hand still goes, it doesn't have that accent. So when you're counting it, don't try and, if it was me, I wouldn't try and go ba ba da ba da ba da ba da. I just think it's ragtime. We're going to count it in a 2/4, so it's going to be a 1 and 2 and a 3 and da 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 da. And then what we would call the syncopation, or that rhythmic feeling that makes it a rag, is just going to make it more exciting and better to dance to. So in a ragtime, we're going to have 4 counts introduction, and it's going to sound like that. So there aren't any rags in the Cecchetti grades at all. So the most famous rag is one called the Entertainer, and it goes like this. So that's quite a good tune to remember the kind of feel of a rag, but this is complicated, but when you're thinking of that tune, sometimes people can get distracted by the melody of the tune, but we're not interested in those kind of strong beats. We're interested in the left hand. That's what we're going to dance to. So everything will be even jumps. You won't try and match things to those funny counts. So sometimes I think the Entertainer isn't the best rag to set the things to in ballet class. You can play it in ballet class, but it's not the best one for setting things in your mind. So the next bit of this tune, the Entertainer, goes like, and I think that's easier to kind of think of in your head, but the other tune's more famous, so it's hard. So if you're trying to think of a rag, that's a good one to use, but you're not trying to dance to the tune, you're trying to dance to the rhythm. So a rag is good in ballet class because, I think I've said this quite a few times now, it can be played fast, or it can be played really slow and it sounds great. Like that kind of, when people first start playing the piano for ballet class, they find those, well, I did anyway, they find lots of those slow 2/4 things. When people are counting things like a tondo exercise, the first tondo exercise you do at the bar, where they want something really slow, it's hard to make it not sound really just boring and turgid. And those kind of slow rags and that kind of feeling, that's good music to use for that kind of thing. So you can use a rag for allegro and medium allegro, and you can also use it for lots of things at the bar, like jetés, tendus, dégages. You could probably use it for frappés. You could probably use it for grand battement. It would have to be slow, and you'd have to make it clear where the accent was, like it was da-da, up, da-da, or it was da-da, 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 da. Maybe for grand battement that might be a bit weird, but I think it probably would work. Okay. Oh, so if I was going to set a rag in a class, I would say, please can I have a rag? And we'll have 4 counts in. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4, and a 5, and that would be enough. Okay.